Hi my loves, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite girl Favor here. So if today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, thank you so much for stopping by. On this YouTube channel, we learn how to turn void materials into a beautiful piece. So for today, we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful cowl bubu dress. This can be snatched or you can rock it like that. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, let's head to the tutorial proper. So my love, the fabric you're seeing displayed here is the fabric we are going to be working with today. Now for myself, I made use of 2 yards and 30 inches. So if you want yours to be fuller, you can use 3 yards. And then the name of this fabric is Duchet. This is a very thick Duchet. This is the original Duchet, all right? So what we're going to do right now is that we are going to be folding the fabrics into form. So I will go ahead and fold it right now, and then we just go ahead and get our basic bodies. So my loves, I've gone ahead to fold it, and you can see that I folded it into 2. You can see now this is the first one and then this is the second one. Okay, so this simply means that the one up here, this one is going to be our back, and then this one is going to be our front. Okay, so in essence, I want you to notice that at this point here, I came out by 1 inch. Okay, and then the upper one is going to be our back. Now we are going to come here, get our back neck depth. I used 1.5 inch, and then the wideness we're going to be using 3 inches. Okay, so after marking it, we will go ahead and connect it like so. So please take note that the one on top is the back one, the one down is the front one. Okay, now in getting our front neckline, we'll come down by 4 inches. I will go ahead starting from this point and connect our 4 inches and extend it out. So I'll go ahead and shift this out. Now the next thing we're going to do is to mark our shoulder divided by 2, which is 8. All right, and then from that 8 inches, you will come out by the length of the sleeve you want. So for me, I made use of 14 inches as my sleeve length. All right, then from that point here, I will come down by 1.5 inches, which is going to be serving as our shoulder slope, and then we'll go ahead and connect that shoulder slope to our neck point like this. Now what we're going to do next is to just go ahead from that 14 inches, we'll go ahead and take it down. So I will go ahead and cut through, but first of all, we are going to be cutting out our back neckline first, and then we cut to the shoulder and then to the full length of the gown. Okay, so this fabric always moves away, and it was really difficult for me to achieve this. Now I have gone ahead to separate the front and the back. Remember I told you that the one up is the back one, and then the one under is the front one. So go ahead and cut out the front one, separate the pins, and then open it up at the center with that 1 inch that we came out by. And then the full length of my gown, I made use of 58 inches. So I have gone ahead now to separate out the pin, and this is the front one. Okay, so this is the front one. Now the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to be piping the neck. So if you have a bias, you pipe, but for me, since I don't have a bias, I'll be making use of the pieces. So just the normal way you pipe with your bias, you first of all sew at the front and then pipe it. Okay, so my loves, I've gone ahead to pipe our neck, and this is what we have. So this is the back, all right, and then this is the front. Now we are going to go ahead and join the 2 neck like this. Now what we're going to do is to achieve the slit at the front. So from this point here, remember for this front one that we already came down by 4 inches. So from this point, I will come down by 6 inches. So if you don't want yours to be too open, you can do 4 inches. Okay, so from that 6 inches that we came down, you will now determine the length of the slit you want to have at the front, how open you want it. So for me, I will come down by 29 inches. Okay, so I will come down by 29 inches and then I will mark it out here. So please, I always advise you pin this fabric because it will always move away. So from this point here, we will come in by 1 inch. Remember the allowance we gave was 1 inch. So start from there and sew it and stop at that other point. Okay, So my loves, I've gone ahead to attach sew the center, and this is what we have, and then I ironed it open. So by the time you you sew it and open it up and iron it like this is what you're going to be having. So if you're sewing this for ready to wear, please do not forget to weave this center so that it will not fray away. And then at this point you can see that it's firm. Now I made use of hemi gum. This is the hemi gum I used to achieve that. All I did was open it up. You can see some of the pieces is showing. So the thing is that if you use 1 inch to close up the center, the hemi gum is going to fit in perfectly like this. So what you need to do, either you use your steaming iron or you sprinkle water and the iron and you're good to go. So my loves, this is the front side and this is what it looks like. Okay, now the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to pick up the front and the back pattern like this. You can see that I as well piped the back as well. So we're going to be joining the shoulder and then we will sew it all close using 1/2 inch and then do the same thing for this other side. So I will go ahead, join it like this, close up the shoulder by 1/2 inch for both sides, and I will bring it back for us to see what it looks like. So my loves, I've gone ahead to join the 2 shoulders and this is what we have. Okay, now we're going to be joining it together like this, the neck area, and then fold it together like this. Okay, so you want to make sure your 2 shoulders are folded together. Now we're going to come down by the wideness of the sleeve. For me, I'm going to be making use of 6.5 inches. So if you want yours to be tighter, you can come down by 4 inches or you can come by 5. You can come down depending on how wide you want it to be. Now after that, we will go ahead and notch it, just give it a notch at this point. Now the essence of this notch is for us to be able to fold the sleeve. Okay, now at this point here, you will open up the shoulder. Okay, when you open up the shoulder, you go ahead and fold first and then fold it again. All right, so you fold it to the end of the sleeve just like this, to this point where your sleeve wideness is going to stop. So guys, I've gone ahead to fold our sleeve and this is what we have. Can you see it? So the next thing we are going to do is to turn this fabric to the wrong side, fold the 2 sleeves together like this, all right, and then arrange the fabric properly. So I will always advise for you to pin your fabric down, especially if you're working with a dochet. All right, then from this point here where our folding end for our sleeve, you go ahead and close it up by 1/2 inch or by 1 inch. Okay, so guys, I have gone ahead to close our gown and this is what we have. So this is the sleeve I was talking about. Depending on how wide you want the sleeve to be, you go ahead and achieve yours. All right, and then at this base area here, that is the full length, I folded it by 1 inch and that is what we have there. Now we are going to go ahead and turn this fabric to the wrong side. So this one is totally optional. In case if you don't want the waist to be snatched, you can absolutely ignore this one. But for me, I would like my waist to be snatched. So this is the pieces I got from the fabric we made use of. And I have this to be 3 inches. And then you can do as much as 4 inches. Now you can see that I cannot sew it. So at this point, you either weave it or you fold it just by having 1 inch round your pieces. Okay. Now the length, depending on the length you want, you can do any length you want to do. Now from the shoulder, I will come down by my under bust measurement, which is 14 inches. I will go ahead and mark the 14 inches at this point here. Repeat the same thing for the other side, all right, and then mark your 14 inches. Now from this point here, this center front here, I will come out by 4 inches. I will mark the 4 inches down here. You also do the same thing for the other side. Mark your 4 inches. Now after marking your 4 inches, you will pick up these pieces from this point. You see the way I place it, this is the wrong side facing up, and then you place it up like this. You can see the way I placed it. Then you go ahead and pin it down. So when you pin it down, when you want to stitch on your fabric, you make sure that you raise it up like this and then you stitch it down, and then you do the same thing for the other side. So my love, that's basically it for this tutorial. So if you watch this tutorial to this point, please do not forget to like, please do not forget to leave a comment, please do not forget to share so that this video can get to someone who might find it interesting. And I hope you found this tutorial helpful. This tutorial came in on request, so I hope this was really helpful. So, and most importantly, my loves, please do not forget to go green. Thank you so much for watching. At the time you stitch yours and then you return it, this is what you should be having. So that's it for it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.